IOTA Price Forecast 2025. Did you know that there is a cryptocurrency that completely operates without a blockchain? Get to know IOTA, the revolutionary technology for the Internet of Things with zero transaction fees and infinite scalability. In this video, I'll explain why IOTA's Tangle technology is a real game changer, how IOTA plans to conquer the $15 trillion market, and at the end, I'll share a price forecast that will surprise you. So what is IOTA actually? It's essentially a decentralized ledger technology in the IoT space, so the Internet of Things, and it mainly focuses on being extremely energy efficient. Founded back in 2015, IOTA is more than just an altcoin. It fundamentally revolutionizes the interaction between IoT devices. IOTA is primarily extremely scalable and has no transaction costs. It can really take on a leading role in the IoT space and is extremely well positioned for the future. All the info about IOTA is right here in this analysis. First, let's get back to my 10x formula, which I've revised for 2025. You can check it out here. Above, I've linked a video where I go through all the individual metrics and explain them for you. That's definitely worth seeing. Then let's get straight to the analysis. The first point is that the market capitalization is essentially that of a mid-cap altcoin, so the potential is definitely still there. How much potential? We'll find all of this out in this analysis. And if you want to jump straight to the price forecast now, you'll miss the most important reasons why IOTA could actually reach this price forecast. So make sure to stick around and watch the entire analysis. I'll show you why IOTA is one of the most exciting projects for 2025 and what you should pay attention to before investing in IOTA. Definitely a 7 out of 10 in that area. Then the next point is, what about the circulating supply? The circulating supply is extremely important because if too much can still come onto the market in the future, it leads to inflation and price pressure. Here, 78% are already on the market, which is very positive. 9 out of 10. Then the next point, the roadmap. IOTA is really focusing on further improving their decentralized infrastructures and expanding scalability, as well as the interoperability of IoT devices. What does that mean? They obviously want to be able to communicate with more and more devices in the Internet of Things space and utilize them for various applications. 7 out of 10. Then the next point is, how strong is the team? They have a strong team and they're well positioned in the IoT sector. They have experts there, but also in the engineering field. So in the end, they are well rounded because they have both the technology and the team. But of course, they also have the technical perspective, which means a lot for the implementation in the real world. So they are well positioned, 8 out of 10. What narratives does IOTA actually serve? And they really position themselves as leaders in the IoT space and are extremely well prepared for it because it's an important real-life narrative. As the crypto market gains momentum and becomes increasingly integrated into everyday life, IOTA is one of those projects that serves an important narrative in this area. 8 out of 10. Then the next point is, what problem do they actually want to solve? And the Tangle technology enables scalable and cost-efficient, even free transactions optimized for IoT ecosystems, which is extremely advantageous because, especially in the IoT sector, having transactions that cost nothing is absolutely essential and extremely important in that area. 9 out of 10. So how does it look in terms of sustainability and energy efficiency? They are extremely well positioned because their technology is extremely efficient, especially compared to other blockchains and other systems. They have the DRG structure, which aims to be extremely energy efficient. I'll show you a few technical details here. In that area, they are definitely extremely strong. 9 out of 10. Then the next point is, how do things look with the investors? How is the capital? They have the IOTA Foundation, which supports them, both financially and through other partnerships. Interestingly, IOTA is essentially built on a foundation and also relies on donations. In that area, they are definitely solidly positioned and are at 8 out of 10. Then the next point is, who are the competitors? And here we have, for example, VeChain. VeChain is also a very interesting project. And by the way, I've already analyzed VeChain. I'll link the analysis up here, so feel free to check it out after this video. IOTA is definitely very well positioned against its competitors due to this energy efficiency and because they have been on the market for a very long time, so already a big player in that area, which is why it's 8 out of 10. Then the next point is, how does it look in terms of marketing? They are active on social media, active in forums. They promote, let's say, their altcoins through partnerships. They have just released some good updates leading to more visibility, resulting in a massive price increase. In that area, they are definitely solidly positioned. But I expect even more for the future. 7 out of 10. Stop. If you appreciate such in-depth analyses and the work that goes into them, then definitely leave a like now. Thanks for that. And by the way, I discovered another altcoin this week that really surprised me, and it could be the next big surprise in the crypto market. I'll be uploading the analysis this coming weekend, and let me tell you, you won't want to miss it. So subscribe to my channel now and don't forget to activate the bell so you're the first to know when the video goes live. And now we continue right away. The idea behind IOTA is actually quite simple, and the technology is definitely very innovative, but the technical components are of course hard to understand. In the end, it's not immediately clear what IOTA actually does, and it's also hard to explain in just 1 or 2 sentences. So in that area, just 6 out of 10. And the next point, what does the long-term vision of IOTA look like? They ultimately want to be the global leader in the IoT space, and the opportunities here are very high because the IoT sector is truly a growing market. 8 out of 10 in this area. And then the next point, this deflationary aspect is a maximum supply. In the end, they have a fixed supply, so that's already very good. They achieved a maximum supply in that area, which is why they got 9 out of 10. Then the next point, the fully diluted market capitalization. It's quite close to the market capitalization, which indicates a fair valuation, so that's 9 out of 10 in this area. And the next point, how is the liquidity there? And that is at a level. That indicates good liquidity, actually very good in that area, which is why they also get 10 out of 10, because they are extremely liquid for the market capitalization they have. Then the next point, how was the token distribution? In the end, they were all pre-mined and then released in a public sale. So there are no longer any risks of a massive amount of tokens hitting the market all at once. So that's 8 out of 10 in that. Then the next point, what about the top coin holders? The IOTA Foundation obviously holds a larger share, 7 out of 10 in that area. So what is the actual use of the IOTA token? And IOTA is, of course, based on microtransactions, allowing for decentralized data exchange and machine-to-machine transactions. So all in all, the IOTA token really has a wide range of uses, and of course the system is built on the IOTA token. So 9 out of 10 for C. And then the second to last point, how is the community doing? They are active on Twitter, Reddit, and Discord. They have a very engaged community and are also in active communication, which is very positive, especially considering that they had their difficulties in the past, particularly regarding growth. Now the sentiment is definitely more positive again. 7 out of 10. And then the last point, what are the events that are coming up in the future that could also influence the price? I'll link everything I've found in terms of information for you here in this area. Definitely 8 out of 10. Yes, then we already come to the result, 77.1%. That's a strong result. In the end, IOTA is, as mentioned, not just an altcoin, but a technology that can revolutionize the way we interact with the Internet of Things. As mentioned, they have the Tangle technology, which is truly revolutionary because it is scalable and ultimately cost-effective and energy efficient. Through this scalability, IOTA really has massive potential for real-world use cases, and they have the potential to take on a leading role in this area because they are also forming more and more strong partnerships, and they are extremely well positioned for this year. Yes, and then we come to the price forecast. So, what does that mean for the price? In different scenarios, they look as follows. Under normal circumstances, that is, if the total cryptocurrency market reaches $5 trillion, then IOTA could reach 1.8. If you look at it much more optimistically, that would ultimately be 3.5. And if the entire crypto market really skyrocketed, it would be 6.5. That would definitely be an extremely positive scenario. If you're interested in IOTA, I'll link a cryptocurrency exchange that I prefer in the comments below, where you can find most altcoins. Maxi, if you use the link below, you'll also be supporting my channel. Thank you very much for that. Yes, but this here wasn't everything. In the next video, I analyzed an altcoin that also has incredible potential. I'll link it up here. It could completely turn the crypto market upside down. Don't miss this analysis at all. And then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.